my name is Javier and welcome back. One thing's for sure is that impact drivers are getting more and more popular nowadays and are the go-to power tool for many when it comes to driving screws. The one thing about impact drivers is that they generate high amounts of torque due to their impacting nature. And regular screw driving bits aren't really meant for the high torque loads. They're okay with regular drill drivers, but if you use lower quality bits on impact drivers, they tend to wear out prematurely and don't last that long. Many brands out there have come out with their own impact rated bits designed for the high torque loads created by impact drivers, and not too long ago, Makita released their own impact rated accessories called the Makita Impact Gold. So today we're going to check them out, starting out with the Makita Impact Gold bits. To start off, they use high quality steel and is set to last up to 10 times longer than standard bits. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say if it's true or not, but I've tested these out and I will admit that they're tough and they're stronger than some of the bits I've used in the past. One of the tests I put them through was to see how they do when you don't put enough force on a screw, causing the screw to get stripped. Usually this will cause immediate noticeable damage to the screwdriver bits, but the Makita Gold handled that pretty well with very little damage. The next feature is precision fit tips. This is something you want to look out for on Phillips bits because you want bits to engage properly, otherwise they'll cam out and strip screws. Every bit goes through a machining process so you get great fitment. Now, instead of telling you how great or bad these bits are when it comes to fitment, take a look for yourself with this next demonstration. So here we have a screw driven at a 45-degree angle with a number 2 Phillips bit into a 4x4, and to show you how good the fitment is, check it out as I let go of the impact driver. The fit is so secure and tight that the bit holds the impact driver in place without falling down. I know what you're thinking. That's a cool trick and all, but that's a 12-volt impact and it's not that heavy. Well, let's do the same thing with a bigger 18-volt impact driver with a high-capacity battery. And the bit can hold even the larger impact driver in place. So now you've seen just how great the fitment is. Another feature loaded onto these bits is something that manufacturers nowadays are all going to, which is a torsion zone on each bit. Makita calls theirs extreme torsion technology. And all this simply is a thin area on each bit designed to flex and absorb some of the impacting force so that the bit tip lasts longer. On regular solid impact bits, there's nowhere on the body of the bit to flex, so the tip has to take all of the abuse. But this takes away some of the force from the tip so that the tips last longer. As part of the Impact Gold line are 2-piece ultramagnetic torsion bit holders. The first piece is what seems to be an average bit holder, but if you look closely, even the bit holder has a torsion zone. The bit holder itself isn't magnetic, and instead it uses a snap ring to hold the bit securely. What makes it magnetic is a sleeve that goes over the bit holder and the bit. This is what's going to hold your screws in place and does so with a strong, rare earth neodymium magnet, and this thing is pretty strong. It holds 3-inch screws securely. I can't even shake them off. What's great about using this magnetic bit holder is that you can easily drive screws with only one hand without having to worry about dropping screws like crazy, and the precision fit adds to the ease of use when driving screws. You can get Impact Gold bit sets with the magnetic bit holder and several bits along with a really cool skeleton case. I mean, doesn't that look a lot like a skeleton, like a spine or something? And the case is more of an open case and has a button on the side which makes it pop open for easy access to the bits and the bit holder. They also have double-ended bits, which I really like, as there's no need for a bit holder and you avoid the bit wobble associated with small bits and bit holders. And when one side gets used up and is no good, you flip the bit to the other side and you're ready to go. These 2.5-inch Phillips bits come in a 3-pack, and they also come in larger sizes such as the 6-inch bit when you need the added length. The Makita Impact Gold line isn't limited just to screwdriver bits. They also have impact rated socket sets and socket adapters. When it comes to using socket sets on impact drivers, you really want to stay away from regular socket sets, as those aren't designed for the impact force of impact drivers and can lead to failure and shatter, which can lead to serious injury. These Impact Gold sockets are made of machined, heat-treated alloy steel for high torque applications and are finished with a black oxide finish for longer life. The socket sets include a holder to keep them all in place and organized. And what I really like the most of the sockets is a socket adapter. It's not just a regular socket adapter. It can fasten and go in straight, and it can also tilt and pivot up to 15 degrees to get into those hard to reach places. And all of this is done in a unique one-piece design. I like that this can replace a regular straight adapter and a two-piece adapter, so it's sort of like having two in one. Back in the day, I actually came across this problem where I wanted to use my impact to set the nuts on concrete anchors for a fence post. But because the bolts are so close to the fence post, I couldn't use a regular straight socket adapter, so I ended up using an adjustable wrench. Now let's fast forward to today. I'll demonstrate how this tilt socket adapter would have made life easier. Notice how it easily gets the job done, even at an awkward angle. And the last accessory part of the Impact Gold line I want to show you all was their nut drivers. Typical nut drivers are magnetic like this one to hold fasteners in place. But the magnets attract metal shavings and dust, and you have to constantly clean them, but it's hard to get all the debris out. Eventually they get so jammed full of junk that you have to toss them out. Makita fixed this issue by making non-magnetic nut drivers, and what makes these special is that they can still hold on tight to fasteners, as we can see here, so you don't have to worry about them falling out. They did this by adding a snap ring that grips the fasteners good instead of magnets. And because they're not magnetized, all the metal debris will be easy to clean since it won't stick on like with nutsetters with magnets. So overall, I really like these impact rated bits from Makita. And because I mainly use my impact driver for driving screws, I tend to choose impact rated bits over regular screwdriver bits. I think these are a great choice, as the fit is great as we can see, and they're built to last a good while before you have to toss them. And I really like the skeleton case, as I think it's pretty cool. A bigger one would have been nice, so I can add the extra bits that I buy down the road. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think of these Makita Impact Gold impact rated accessories. And if you have any experience with them, make sure to share that in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check me out over on social media, over at Google+ and Facebook. And thanks for watching.